Good afternoon. Now this isn't one of my normal videos. I am going to put a caveat here. I'm going to be talking about online stalkers. And if this isn't for you in any way, shape or form, I will not be offended if you want to scroll on. I've had an online stalker since August. And when I say online, it's actually somebody who keeps calling me, phoning on my iPhone direct to my phone, and with a no caller ID, continually phoning day after day after day. And this has been going on since August this year. It started around 3rd or 4th of August, 20, 30 calls, 40, 50, ramping up to 100, and then probably peaking at 200. Now, I'm sure you're saying straight off, why don't you block him? You can't block no caller ID. It's not possible to do so. The facility that Apple have put on the phone prevents that from happening. You can block a no caller ID, but you're also going to block any other number that calls you that is not saved in your phone. And the phone he's calling me on is my work phone of 20 years with the same number. I am not going to be changing my phone number at all for anybody, because there's absolutely no point. Because I change it today, get a brand new number, put it on all my sites out there, he'll get that number and call again tomorrow. So I put up with it for a couple more weeks, or a few more weeks I should say, and then I thought, let's see what the police can do, and let's see what my phone provider can do. My phone provider said, we can't do anything. There's nothing we can do. I phoned the police and she said, why don't you change your work number? I said, that's not possible because it's my work phone number of 20 years. So I gave up with that one. The calls continued and got more, peaking at 200 a day. I then decided to take some matters into my own hands. Now, I did answer the call several times to try and ascertain what this person wanted. And what they actually wanted was me, my time, for free. Could I do a 5-minute free and he'll never bother me again? How do I get him off the phone to somewhere else by offering the free 5 minutes? And see what else I can find out about him. I'll give you the 5 minutes, but we can't do it on here because you don't want to share your number. Why don't you pop along to Skype? Because it's anonymous. He fell for it. In the next minute, he'd messaged me on Skype. So he'd obviously got a Skype account, hadn't just set one up. Screenshotted it straight away. And went on and did a 5-minute. Within that 5-minute chat, I asked quite a lot of questions just in the middle of things, just to throw him. What a nice accent you've got. Is that from Aberdeen? No, he said Glasgow. Oh, I said, I hope I'm not interrupting you today, giving you this free 5 minutes. He said, no, don't worry, I'm a shift worker. Even in that time, I asked him why he was continually phoning. What was he hoping? What was his expectations? He admitted to it all. He said, I didn't realise it was 100 or even 200 some days. I just want something free. I said, well, now you've got you something free. So now we'll draw a line under the sand and we're done. You said, if I give you free 5 minutes, you'll stop calling. So please do. I had hoped that was the end of it, but oh no, it continued, but got worse. Because not only then was he calling on my phone on the no caller ID that I could do nothing about, I couldn't block it or stop it. He was now phoning on Skype, calling on Skype and leaving messages. Now I bet you're wondering why I didn't block him on Skype. I thought there may be more information he's going to write about himself for us to find out any more we can. So I have had to leave it for now, on the advice of the police when I eventually did get round to talk to them. So I decided then to call the police again and say, look, I'm reporting this as an official crime and I want you to do something serious about it. I did get a call back, albeit 3 days later. Well, I was still getting all the calls, the texts, the messages, and voicemail messages that can be left by unknown numbers as well. The only benefit which I have found from this, Apple, thank you for this, when somebody now, as long as you've done the latest update, leaves you a voicemail message, it also puts it out so you can read it. Screenshotted that as well. So I spoke to the police 2 weeks ago, in fact 2.5 weeks ago now. Gave them all the information, sent them the video I had taken, because I took a video while we were on Skype. I gave them all the screenshots and the information all about the messages he'd sent, the things he'd left, the voicemails he'd left. They would do facial recognition in the UK, start there, and then go on to Scotland and send it up to there. Could do Skype ID. I said, no, we can't do that very easily. It's like, oh, thought that'd be quite easy to put it in. No, we have to get funding for that. We have to go and get an agreement with a judge to sign it off for us to go to Skype, and then ask Skype, can they release the Skype ID and information? Don't know how long that's going to take. So apparently somebody was going to phone me back. That was 2 weeks ago. Nobody's phoned me back. So I phoned again and said, where are we up to? There's no update. Because not only is he still calling on no caller ID on the phone, he's leaving the voicemails on the phone. He's calling my Skype. He's leaving messages. He's now sending pictures. Just in case there is one or two people out there who may say, well, what do you expect when you do the job you do in court? There is no relevance between the job I do and being harassed by a stalker. There isn't. Now, I'm no further on with the ending of this because so far there isn't an outcome. There is another police person phoning me tonight for a long chat. I will send on the more information that I've gleaned over the last 2 weeks. When I have more news, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, if anything like this, God forbid, is happening to you, take notes, do screenshots, do screen videos. I will update you as soon as I know any more. Thank you for listening and be careful.